So sequences are lists of numbers that follow a pattern. Here, what are we adding or subtracting to get from one number to the next? We're adding 5. So we're going to talk about different types of sequences and series as we go through the next few lessons. Here, we're just talking about like general sequences, but we'll get more specific in 13.2. So we're adding 5 to go from one number to the next. It's important to be able to recognize the pattern. Let's look at the next one. So we're going to find the first, we'll make it 3 terms, and the 100th term of the sequence, defined by each formula. So each one of these is a sequence. We're going to find the first 3 terms first. So to find the first term, we are going to find a sub 1. So we just plug in 1 into our n. So we have 2 times 1 minus 1. What's 2 times 1?
2.
Minus 1? 1. So then our second term is going to be a sub 2. So we plug in 2 into the n. So we have 2 times 2 minus 1. 2 times 2 is?
4.
And 4 minus 1? And then a sub 3, we plug in 3. So 2 times 3, 6 minus 1? 5. So our first 3 terms would be 1, 3, 5. How do you think we find the 100th term? What do we plug in? 100. So we're going to find a sub 100. So we plug in 100. 2 times 100 minus 1. What's 2 times 100?
200.
And 200 minus 1?
199.
199. Awesome. So this is our first 3 terms and the 100th term. Let's do the same thing for B. So we're going to start by finding our first 3 terms. So C sub 1. What do I plug in to find the first term?
1.
1. So 1 squared minus 1. What's 1 squared? 1 minus 1? 0. C sub 2. So we plug in 2 to find our second term. What's 2 squared?
4.
4 minus 1?
3.
3. C sub 3, we plug in 3 to find our third term. 3 squared is?
9.
And 9 minus 1?
8.
And then let's find our 100th term. So C sub 100, we plug in 100. What's 100 squared? 10,000.
Oh, I did that.
What's 10,000 minus 1? 9,999. All right, let's do C. So T sub 1, to find our first term, we plug in 1 into all of our n's. So 1 over 1 plus 1. 1 over 2. Awesome. T sub 2, to find our second term, we have 2 over 2 plus 1. What do we get? 2 over 3. Perfect. And then T sub 3, we plug in 3. So 3 over 3 plus 1. 3 over 4. And then to find our 100th term, T sub 100, we have 100 over 100 plus 1. 100 over 101. All right, lastly, let's do D. So to find our first term, we're going to plug in 1. So R sub 1 would be negative 1 to the first power over 2 to the first power. What's negative 1 to the first power? Negative 1 over, what's 2 to the first power? 2. So negative 1/2. Then let's plug in 2. So we have negative 1 to the second power over 2 to the second power. What's negative 1 to the second power? Positive 1 over, what's 2 to the second power? 4. And then let's plug in our third term, so R sub 3. We have negative 1 times negative 1 to the third power over 2 to the third power. Negative 1 to the third power would be what? Negative 1 over, what's 2 to the third power? 8. All right, and for fun, let's find our 100th term. So negative 1 to the 100th power over 2 to the 100th power. Would negative 1 to the 100th power be positive or negative? It would be positive. So positive 1 over, we'll just call it 2 to the 100th power. That would be a big number. Why is it positive? Look at the pattern. So when we have negative 1 to an odd exponent, it stays negative. But negative 1 to an even exponent turns positive. So negative 1 to an odd is negative. But 100, is it even or odd? Even. So it would turn positive. Next page, in example 2, it asks us to find the nth term, which just means to find the equation. So the nth term is the equation for that sequence. We're going to do this in 13.2. So we're going to skip it for now. We'll come back to questions like this. But looking at B, what's our pattern here? What are we doing to get from one number to the next? We're multiplying by negative 2. Awesome. And we'll talk about this certain type of sequence in the later sections. All right, next we're going to talk about partial sums. What does a sum mean? That we're adding. So it'll ask us to find the partial sum of the first 5 terms. We would do exactly what we did in the last example where we find the first 5 terms and we add them all together. So here it says find the first 4 partial sums and the nth partial sum. So we're going to find the first 4 partial sums. So to find the first one, we have a sub 1 would be 1 over 2 to the first power. So that would be 1 over 2. What's the sum? So if I called it s sub 1, what's the sum of our first term? So if it asked me for the first partial sum, if I added up all the terms we have so far, what would we get? How many terms do we have? Just 1, but what is that term? 1/2. So the sum of our first term would just be 1/2. Let's find our second partial sum. All right, let's find a sub 2. So we're going to plug in 2. We have 1 over 2 squared, which would be what? 1 over 4. So if it asked me for the sum of the first 2 terms, that would be 1/2 plus 1 over 4. Let's find our third term. So 1 over 2 to the third power would be what? 1 over 8. So the sum of our first 3 terms would be what?
1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8.
Awesome. 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8. And then lastly, let's find the sum of our 4 terms.
We don't solve it.
On WebAssign, it's going to want you to solve.
1 over 16.
1 over 2 to the 4th power, so we get 1 over 16. So what's the sum of our 4 terms now?
1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8 plus 1 over 16.
Perfect. On WebAssign, it's going to want you to add them all together, find your answer. But just for the sake of time today, we'll just leave it like this. How would I add fractions though? What do we need when we're adding fractions? Common denominator. Perfect. All right. This symbol here is called sigma notation. Sigma notation is asking for the sum of the numbers. So same thing that we were doing in the last example, but it's just asking for the sum. This number at the bottom is our starting number. The number up top is where we're going to end. So for A, it asks us for the sum from 1 to 5. So that means that I have to plug in 1. I'm going to start with this number, and I want to plug in every number from 1 to 5. So I'm going to plug in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's plug them in. If I plug in 1, that would be 1 squared, which is 1. When we plug in 2, that would be 2 squared, which is 4. Perfect. If we plug in 3, 3 squared, which is 9. If we plug in 4, 4 squared is 16. And then lastly, where we're going to end is 5. So 5 squared is 25. Now this symbol means sum. So that means we are going to add up all of these numbers together. What do we get when we add them all together?
45.
55. So for B, where do we start? What would we start plugging in here? 3. So we're going to plug in everything from 3.
3, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So we're going to plug in 3, 4, and 5. So we have 1 over 3. When we plug in 4, that would be 1 over 4. When we plug in 5, that'd be 1 over 5. So we're going to add up all of these together. When we add with fractions, what do we need? Common denominator.
Wait, why did we just change it?
What?
Like, why did you get changed to a fraction?
Because the formula here is 1 over the variable. So the numbers that we plug it into J. All right, let's do C. What number would I start plugging in here? 5. So we're going to plug in 5 first. Here we're not even doing any math. It's just K. So our answer is just 5. Well, not our answer, but when we plug in 5, we just get 5. What are we going to plug in next? 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we plug in 5, we get 5. 6, we get 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to add all of these up together. What do we get when we add them together?
11, 18.
45. All right, lastly, let's do D. What are we going to plug in first? 1. We're going to plug in 1. What would we plug in next? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's no variable for us to plug in. So if I were to plug in 1, what's our answer going to be? 2. If we plug in 2, what's our answer going to be? 2. If we plug in 3, what's our answer going to be? 2. If we plug in 4, 2. If we plug in 5, 2. And if we plug in 6, 2. Because there's no variable, it doesn't change. So for every number we have to plug in, it's just 2. So we're just going to add up all of these 2's together. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 12. So that would be our answer.